Hey folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our book for today is Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. Now there is fighting, blood, kind of organized terrorism, explosions, guns, mental illness, attempted suicide, more explosions, almost severing of intimate body parts, and a whole lot of craziness in this one. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Oh yeah, and this is by Vintage, the publisher. Oops, wait. Alright. So, I've heard quite a bit about, not heard a bit, but I've heard about Fight Club over the years. Of course, there is the movie with Brad Pitt and Edward Norton, and as I've learned today, Helena Bonham Carter, too. Surprising. This is the book that movie was based on, or the movie adaptation. But I never really knew what it was about. I never watched the movie, and I've seen a clip here and there, I think, on YouTube, but that's about it. I've never read it, and I always held it in the back of my mind as something I want to read. And so, I'd say more than a week ago, I bought the book, and I've now read it. And, I didn't really have any expectations going in, but man, this was one hell of a ride. And so the story is, we have this guy, whose name we never learn, who, essentially either, you can't really say he's slowly going nuts, but we start off with him, he's sick of his life, everything's too perfect. He's like, I'm sick of this. And we started him being on the roof, and he says, Tyler is about to shoot me. Tyler Droden. Droden. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I should have looked that up. Yes, and then they're on the roof. The building they're on is about to explode. And then the man starts telling us of how it all came to this. And so we go back probably a few months, and then we learn about him and Tyler Drogen. I'm just gonna call him that. And it was, at first it seems like he met this guy, and now they're intertwined. He met him on the beach one day when he was on vacation, and he moves in with him after his apartment just explodes. And then we also have Marla, who's another main character here. So our man is, not mentally well. He has insomnia, and he keeps going to all these support groups and lying that he has whatever the people in the support group do to... It helps him sleep for some reason. And that's where he meets Marla, and then they have an argument, because she also wants to go there to be around people that are about to die. And sorry, there's some loud music, that's my grandma's. So and then we read about his relationship with Tyler in this operation. One night they come up with Fight Club. After they punch each other outside a bar. So this Fight Club, they have their rules that Tyler comes up with, and they go there to fight, and the rules are, rule number 1, you don't talk about Fight Club. Rule number 2 is you don't talk about Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. Then it repeats, and then 1 man at a time. The fight lasts as long as it needs to, and no shoes or shirts. And that's it. It starts there. They have the Fight Club. Our man has his own job, and Tyler works two jobs. One is a projectionist. Projectionist. He apparently has to be a job because the movie theaters, at least how it says here, but I don't think it's made up. I can see it, they had to have someone there to put in the reels in time. That's quite an interesting bit there. Yeah, it starts with Fight Club. They get all these men. Our main man's face is constantly bruised. He has a hole in his cheek. Finds out Marla and Tyler have slept together. He doesn't like Marla, but Tyler does. So as it progresses, and their Fight Club becomes somewhat of a terrorist organization, I would say, we come to learn that Tyler is actually our man. He has a problem. Not a problem, he has a mental disorder. He has dissociative personality disorder, when your personality splits. So he's Tyler. And at first you don't think, because the way it's written, you think, okay, Tyler's an entirely different man. But then and it starts close to halfway through where you see that it's weird. For some reason, Tyler's no longer now in the room when Marla arrives. For some reason. And it seems odd. How does he disappear so fast? So yeah, then later you learn that he is Tyler Drogen. And that's not the man's real name, though. Again, we never learn his name. And after he realizes that he's Tyler, it's already too late. Tyler already started this through Fight Club. There's Project Mayhem, and it has all these committees, and they go and do stuff around the cities because now their Fight Club is spreading, and you can tell the members of it because they have shaved heads, and they're beaten up, and now. Yeah, once he realizes that he's Tyler Drogen and he set this whole thing up, he does try to stop it, but it's too late. This thing's bigger than him already. And then his own men kidnap him because he's trying to get in the way, and they're about to slice off his testicles, but then he loses consciousness and he wakes up in the rented house that he thought was Tyler's, but was his. And Tyler tells him, "Come on, you have to die in a spectacular way. And if you don't, we'll hurt Marla." So he goes to the top of that building that's about to explode. And he has a gun in his head, in his mouth, but then Marla arrives with all the support group people to try to save him. And there's police helicopters, but he pulls the trigger. But he's not dead. He doesn't die. It blows through his other cheek, the one that doesn't have a hole in it. And then it ends with us seeing that he's that he's in I think he's in a mental asylum. I'm pretty sure. Because he's got doctors and medication. And Marla writes to him. He says he can't leave yet because you see around janitors and other personnel are also from the Fight Club. And that's where it ends. So, like I said, this was one hell of a roller coaster. A really interesting one, though. And the writing style is also very interesting. It also kind of feels like you're reading a fever dream, but a more organized fever dream. Where, it starts at one place, then goes to the other, but you can follow it pretty easily with where you are. Kind of. But again, it's like the fever dream, which would make sense. The man has a split mind. That's why he doesn't have insomnia. It's when he falls asleep, Tyler wakes up. So this is fictional, but you gotta wonder how the hell is he... When's he getting rest? How is he not dead after months like this? So he came up with Tyler because he wanted someone strong. Or, not to be himself. He was sick of his life. And so all of this happened. It might possibly continue. Because, his men whispered to him, "We'll get you out of here, Mr. Trojan, sir." Yeah, it was something. Although it was bizarre, I really enjoyed it. I just kept reading through it. I was very mesmerized at what happened throughout the book. Like it says here, hypnotic. That's how I also felt about it. That was hypnotic. It's been a long while since I read a book that had me hypnotized to it. Fortunately, that doesn't happen as much nowadays, but when I was a lot younger, it used to. A lot more. But yeah, this is one of the books that, at least this here, definitely hypnotized me. I really enjoyed it, even though it's really weird. It was the really interesting, engaging kind of weird. At least for me, anyway. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of, I think, metaphors in here or stuff like that I'm probably missing. Or some philosophy and shit. But, as you know, I'm not the most clever person in the room. I will reread this again, though. Maybe upon second reading I'll understand a bit more. But regardless, I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. It was great. I'll check out more of Mr. Palahniuk's work in the future, I think. See what kind of other stories he has. I don't know if I'll watch the movie. I am curious what they've done in the movie. Because, obviously, Tyler and our main character are the same person. But I think for the movie, Brad Pitt plays Tyler. And Edward Norton plays our man. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, especially how long ago that movie came out, to see what they've done there. Yeah, I don't know if I will watch it, though. I'm not huge on movies, as I've said. But yeah, this was, I enjoyed this. I will say, though, it's a bummer how my copy got really ruined fast. You see? Man, Vintage, I don't know, they have some kind of poor quality or something like that. Because the other book I have is also already pretty destroyed, and I haven't even done anything with it. I mean, look at that. Like, why? What happened, buddy? I will say, though, I love the cover. You see the movie reel? Because it's, like, from the movie. Because Tyler works as a projectionist. It looks like a hole in here, so maybe that's to represent the hole in his cheek. And also the font of the cover is also interesting. Interesting. It's very cool. I mean, look at that. This has a new afterword by Chuck Palahniuk. I read a bit of it. I will admit I skipped most of it. I was like, wait, is this part of the book or not? I think he talks about how people wrote to him about Fight Club and how Fight Club got a lot of their sons and husbands back into reading, which is interesting. And this came out in '96 originally. So yeah, looks like it was a big hit. Yeah. Well, I'll check out some more, but yeah, if you, I don't know. Says if you like some weird stories and nothing that's that long, I would recommend giving this a try. It's definitely an interesting ride. And hey, you might get something out of it. I certainly did. I was thoroughly weirded out and entertained at the same time. Some funny scenes in there. Marla's pretty interesting, too. I wonder, would Elena Bonham Carter would that work as Marla? I don't know. I say that as if I'll go watch the movie. But yeah, I recommend giving this one a read. It was great. And if you find this edition, actually maybe don't buy this edition, because look how quickly destroyed it was. But yeah, that's it. That's what I thought of Fight Club. Let me know down below. Have you read Fight Club? What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not? And if you also read the book and watched the movie, let me know. Did you think it was a good adaptation? Normally, movie adaptations of books are not the best. But to be fair, I'm thinking more YA series, and this is not a YA, so... This would have probably worked much better as a movie. I do think that movies need books that don't have such a heavy condensed plot line, like Game of Thrones, for instance. Something much easier and more contained, I think, is better. Yeah, what do I know? I'm an expert on movies. Alright, folks, so that is it. Let me know down below. And remember, the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. And collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!